I know exactly who you are. You are a programmer with some or no experience and you're looking for ways to get a job in the industry and start earning money. This video is the correct place to be. Following the next 4 steps I will show you, you will be able to generate income from programming by getting any type of job you have ever dreamed of, being freelancer, working in a studio, etc. The key here is that you are gonna learn how to get a high paying job in the programming industry in spite of your experience. Are you ready to get a job? Let's start. Step number 1. Honing your skills. As you don't have much experience, you have to firstly take your skills to the next level. There is actually no need to get a bunch of certificates, degrees, diplomas, etc. As long as you can have the work done for the company, it will be perfect. The key here is to learn programming. And how you achieve this doesn't really matter. And also every person is different from each other, and so there are ways they like to learn. Maybe there are people that love listening to a teacher all days, 8 hours long, in face to face, but maybe there are other people that don't like that and prefer having online courses or other ways, let's say alternative ways of learning, and that is correct as well. The point here is that you have to learn programming, hone your skills to the most that you can, and then you will be able to start getting a job. And I know that this may sound quite obvious and quite ordinary, but I think that there is a belief in the society nowadays that you can't really learn in your own, but actually there are a bunch of studies that show that maybe learning yourself in a self-taught way is actually even more effective than listening to somebody else. So you really have to take out of your mind the idea that you must go to university, you must go to somewhere in order to learn, when on the other hand a lot of information is completely for free on the internet, or maybe not free but at much more affordable prices than at a university, for example. Because yes, the main point here is that you get your skills to the highest level possible, and then opportunities will start coming. Again, it may sound quite normal, quite obvious, but there's a lot of people that you may want to get a job, but you aren't gonna be able to get a job if you don't actually take your skills first to the highest level that you can. And I'm gonna develop a little bit deeper into this idea into our second step. Step number 2, create a lot of projects. After having good skills, you have to create a lot of games and projects of different classes to showcase your knowledge, because if not, that knowledge and skills honing that you made in the previous steps will be completely worthless. And when I say lots of projects, I mean that you really have to focus on the core gameplay, okay? Basically, let's say the most important mechanics have to be quite polished. But on the other hand, for example, you don't really have to create your own assets. Nowadays, there are a lot of free of use assets on the internet that will really save you time and will ensure that the game looks good without actually having to pay or to spend a lot of time on them. And this applies for all things differently in programming, okay? So you really have to focus on the core of your area. You have to stop wasting a lot of time in secondary mechanics or in secondary features that aren't gonna be having a lot of impact in terms of if you're actually gonna get that job or if they aren't, okay? So basically, most times the most important thing will be to build a strong core and then leaving secondary mechanics away, or maybe not away, but you don't have to spend a lot of time on that. And this will really depend on the specific area that you are in, because it's not gonna work the same, for example, in web development than in game development. But the idea is the same thing. You have to build a strong core, and then you can leave behind some secondary mechanics that aren't actually gonna be having a huge impact on the fact if you get the job or not. Step number 3, prepare for showing off. Now you have good skills and have used them in projects, but who actually knows you? Who knows your creations? This is a step where your CV and portfolio start to appear, and you probably know already how to build a portfolio. You may even have one portfolio, and maybe even you do have a CV and a portfolio, so basically you may have both. But actually there are lots of things that people don't actually care or do not put into their CV and portfolio and are super important when looking for jobs. So let me show you. So in my particular case, I am a game developer, but this will apply for literally any other area in programming. So first of all, you will want to have the introduction. basically your game, the positions, way of contacting you, some useful links, and your profile picture. Then a pretty short about me section where you will highlight again your positions, the years of experience, where you live, and maybe some, let's say, inspirational, motivational phrases. And then here comes the most important section, I would say, and that is the professional experience. Because here, not only you will be able to showcase at which companies you have worked in, but also the projects that you have created with them. I know that sometimes you can't really showcase what you have done, but if you have the chance, you should really write here the games or the projects that you have worked in, because this will really help the recruiter know more about your skills. Because here you can say, yeah, I work at this company, I was doing this or that, but then having like something that people can touch, let's say, that people can actually use, this will be much better and far more efficient than just a text saying what you are doing, okay? And for example, using software like Canva that not only will provide with amazing templates, but also you will be able to, for example, here write some links. So basically here, if people press here on the download button, this will actually redirect them to the Google Play Store, ready to download the games that I have created, okay? And then there are other, let's say, secondary sections such as the technical knowledge, the certifications, the languages and testimonials that are mostly the same in every CV. But here it's quite important, again, that in your professional experience, you do write the different experiences and moreover the projects that you have created within those experiences. And if you don't have no experience, and if you have no experience, you haven't worked in any company, you can just write indie game developer, the years, and the different projects that you have created as an indie developer. Step number 4, show off. At this point, everything is set up to start showing off everywhere. This means open up a LinkedIn profile, fill up all the relevant fields, and start applying for dozens of jobs as constant as possible. So now let me quickly show you my LinkedIn profile that has really helped me personally to get a lot of jobs, clients, opportunities, etc. So basically, things that are super important here on LinkedIn are your banner and your profile picture, and that they have some colors that match, because this will really help you stand out of the crowd, because most people here don't have banners and profile pictures that match. And this is actually the first thing that people look at when they enter your profile, because it's the first thing that appears, it's the top of your page. And then, well, the different sections are quite easy to follow along. But also here in the experience, make sure that you're writing literally every experience that you may have. It doesn't matter if it is a short experience, etc. And also here on LinkedIn, you can add here different links. So for example, here on YouTube, I do have a link to my YouTube channel. So really take advantage of all the features that LinkedIn offers you in order to make the most of the platform. So basically that step is called profile optimization. And once you have correctly optimized your profile, you can directly go to the job section over here and start looking by title and city of the job that you can just write here worldwide. And well, here you can start applying for different jobs within your specific area. Also, the good thing about LinkedIn is that, for example, here, well, I am a Unity game developer, and for example, here, if I look for Unity game developer, here lots of people that are Unity game developers will appear. So sometimes when recruiters are looking for somebody, they will actually use the search engine here on LinkedIn. So that's why also posting here frequently, having an optimized profile will really help you, because maybe people just will start messaging you directly, privately, in order to get an interview or something like that, because they have already taken a look at your profile, because this also works as a CV or as a portfolio. That's why optimizing it and having your experience and everything super clean and tidy up will be super helpful. Step number 5, keep it up. The path towards getting a job in programming or in literally any area has no end. Basically, it's endless. So you have to keep applying the different steps that I have showed you. Basically, you have to still hone your skills every day. You have to create a lot of projects with those skills, and you still have to keep updating your CV and portfolio as you create more things. And then having that, you have to show them off by applying for different jobs, by posting in different social media platforms such as LinkedIn. And by doing this, you will keep also the ball rolling, increasing your chances of actually getting a remote job. So that's the key point. The path has no end. So don't think that because you have already have some interesting skills and projects. That's all that you have to do, and you just to wait until somebody messages you and offers you a job, because yes, that opportunity may come, but maybe you may even be able to get better job opportunities if you actually applied for a lot of jobs, if you actually just kept the ball rolling. So these were all the steps that I had to show you in order how to get a job in programming. So if these steps were helpful, please let me know in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel. I hope I can see you on the next video. So have a great day. Bye bye.